They made many tricks, but they were unsuccessful. So, what they did is there came a bagpiper and he asked for handsome salary, and then he said that I will be able to get rid of those rats if you pay so and so amount to me. The people became ready. The piper the next morning came flowing a melodious tune, and all the rats followed like a bandwagon. And ultimately, they all met their doom. So, that is the reality. If I am going to follow the bandwagon, then maybe the destiny may decide what will happen. So, what are the things that is suggested? That is, you think, you ponder, you think, and then you follow the things. Don't follow like the rats did. Further, Lincoln says, teach him to listen to all men, but teach him also to filter all he hears on a screen of truth. The new words are filter, that means to clean. Listen all, but filter on the screen of truth. We know the story of the monkey and the crocodile. Monkey was living on the tree, eating sweet fruits. He became a friend with the crocodile. He used to give him also the sweet fruits to eat. One day crocodile flattered him and said that you are a good friend of mine. Today my wife has invited you for the lunch, and you come with me so that we will be able to have our friendly relations further. Monkey became the scapegoat, became the victim, and carried away with the flattery, he went along with the crocodile. But now the result, in the between, he came to know that his friend was lying. In fact, crocodile's wife wanted to eat the heart of monkey. So when he filtered everything on the screen of truth, then monkey had a trick and he saved his life. Here the same thing is said, that teach him to listen to all men. Listen to all, but teach him also to filter all the hears on the screen of truth. That means you should understand what is the reality. Listen to all, but take only that is truth. And take only the good comes through. Good, that means what is reality or what is the truth. Teach him, if you can, how to laugh when he is sad. Means when he is sad, he must know how to laugh. This is something which is very much impossible to be done. But yes, if you know how to overcome your emotional trauma, then naturally one day you will be successful. In our Gita Ji, it is very truthfully written, be sthita prajna, stoic. Stoic means that having same kind of feelings in each and every emotions. He will not be happier when he needs to be happy. He will not be depressed in any other situation. That means here the new words are coming. Teach him to scoff at cynics. What do you mean by scoff? Scoff means to speak with dislike. To whom? With the cynic. Who is a cynic? Cynic is a person who believes worse about people. He will not be hopeful or optimistic. He will also always say that that person is wrong, that person is doing it badly, he should not do this. He is a cynic. So teach him to scoff at the cynics and to beware. The new word coming is beware. Beware means to be cautious, careful. To beware of too much sweetness. Again, flattery. What is the meaning of flattery? Flattery means butter polish. You are very good. You look very nice today. Arey, you did very nicely. People may come and say you many things like this. Do we always believe what they are saying? No. in a very good play by William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare is the playwright, a very good, very well-known playwright from literature. He has written the play called Hamlet, and in that play, it is very correctly said, one may smile and be a villain. The other person is smiling and smiling, showing goodness and goodness only to you, but he might not be your true friend. So one may smile and be a villain. Teach him to sell his brawn and brain to the highest bidders. Here the new words are coming are brawn. Brawn means physical strength. Brain, that is mental strength. Teach him to sell his brawn and brain to the highest bidders. Bidders are a person who makes an offer. That means Abraham Lincoln says that you should sell, you should get benefit, you should get money for your physical and mental strength. Whatever might be the mental capability of yours, your physical capability, you should charge for that. But he says, but never to put a price tag on his heart and soul. That means you should not sell any day your heart and your soul. The best example that comes of Veer Savarkar. He had been tortured many times to break his internal passion for the country, but he cannot give up and fought against them. Again, a freedom fighter. Treat him gently. Teach him to close his ears to a howling mob. Howling, another word that is loud shouting. Mob, that is group of people. Teach him to close his ears to a howling mob and to stand and fight if he thinks he is right. If he thinks that he is right, he is fighting for justice, then he should have courage enough to fight against whosoever is the person. The best example that was shown recently in our KBC by that is Sonali Mukherjee, an acid victim who is fighting still. She has undergone 9 surgery and still 4 to come. She has become blind. Still she is fighting alone for justice. So it is said that teach him to close his ears to a howling mob and to stand and fight if he thinks he is right. Treat him gently, but do not cuddle him. The new words coming up are gently. Gently means mildly. And do not cuddle him. Cuddle means to pamper. Yes, teach him with love and care, but do not pamper. What is the meaning of pamper? Over care. Arey, you cannot do this. Arey, stop, you will get hurt. This is called pampering. Teach him, but with gently, but do not cuddle him. Because only the test of fire makes fine steel. That means when a true person is tested every now and then he will be able to show his gust. The best example that comes is of Oscar Pistorius, a South African sprint runner. From the picture we can see that the person is not having his natural legs, right? But still he is Olympic winner. He is also known as blade runner. These blades are artificially fitted into his limbs because he was not having, and he has gone many surgeries. He was not accepted in the Olympics earlier, but then through his continuous fight, he is now an Olympic winner, and he is also known as the fastest man on no legs. He is known as the fastest man on no legs. This is the test of fire. Let him have the courage to be impatient. Let him have the patience to be brave. That means he must be having the courage. If he is showing impatience for certain things, then he must have courage for that. As well as let him have the patience to be brave. He should be enough patient to show his bravery. Somebody will come and just try to say draw you into the fight, but you should be patient enough to show your bravery. Teach him always to have sublime faith in himself. The new word that is sublime. Sublime means supreme. He says, Abraham Lincoln says here, teach him always to have sublime faith in himself, because then he will have sublime faith in mankind. If I believe in myself, if I have supreme faith in myself, then and then only I will have faith on the mankind. And therefore, he says to have faith in yourself first. This is a big order. Lincoln says this is a big order from a father. I am not ordering you as a president, but it is a big order as a father. But see what you can do. Again, the request comes. He is such a fine fellow. My son is very fine. But please see how much you can inculcate in him. Let us have a recap very speedily. See the opposite words that comes in when we are going through the passage. First is enemy, for enemy, friend, gentle, tough, laugh, sad, brave, coward, patience, impatience. These are the opposite words that comes through. Now I will have the recap of what are the values that Lincoln wants his son, or rather future generation, to have in them. Values. Dedication towards nation. One person must be dedicated towards nation first. To never envy. You should not be envious with anybody. You should have friendly relations or friendliness with all. Fond of reading. The person who is a student, he must be fond of reading not only his curriculum, but along with that, he must be fond of reading the books that are inspirational, that can lead you through your life. Nature lover. The person must be nature lover. Means you can learn many things from nature. Go and sit with the nature at least for 15-20 minutes. You will learn a lot from nature. Brave and patient. Yes. Other values that we can see are values is failure. If he is a failed guy, then he should not get depressed. He must learn from his failure. Never cheats. The person who wants to be successful, he must not be a cheater. Faith in his ideas and beliefs. I must have faith in what I think, what I say, and what I do. Then and then only I will be the winner. Never follows crowd. Don't be the one of the person of the crowd. Otherwise, you will not be able to give your extraordinary out. Fights for his ideologies. What are the ideologies that he believes in? Those ideologies he must be fighting for. Last slide we'll see for the values. Listens all but sticks to truth. He is so much patient that he can listen everybody, but then he will stick to what is truth. Balances emotion. He is not carried away by his emotions. He keeps a firm grip on sadness as well as on happiness. Beware of cynics and flatterers. Yes, remain away from cynics and flatterers. Sells head but not heart. Head, that is your intelligence, that is your mental capacity, that is what we can say your profession. Not heart, that means abide to your values. Faith in oneself. Last but not the least, that is you should have faith in yourself first. Then and then only you will be the winner. I hope the first passage along with the vocabulary is clear in your mind and you will be able to solve your exercises followed it. Let us move in with our second passage. The second passage is what we must learn from the West by Narayan Murthy. Here we is the society, Indian society, what Narayan Murthy wants to project, and West, that is the Western community or Western civilization. Let us see who is Narayan Murthy first, the author of the second passage. N.R. Narayana Murthy, Indian businessman and co-founder of Infosys. He is an Indian businessman and the co-founder of Infosys. His first job was in IIM Ahmedabad. He worked there for 5 to 6 years and then he joined a company. After that company was closed, he went to Pune where he joined Infosys and he became CEO, and he remained as a CEO for 21 years in Infosys. He was awarded Padma Shri by our president in 2001, so Padma Shri award winner. He has written a book called A Better India, A Better World in 2009. He has served as a member of advisory boards and councils of educational institutions. And right now he is chairman of the governing board of Public Health Foundations of India, Narayan Murthy. In the passage, he wants to discuss certain things that he has been traveling all around the world for his development for the company. He has seen many good things from the western side which Indian society must adopt. We all belong to India. For a minute, just let us think. What are the qualities of India that we appreciate the most? And you list out those things. And then you list out what are the things that we dislike about India. I don't say India, the country, but the people, the community we are living in. See, generally the things happen is we love our home to be neat and clean. Have you ever time thought about cleaning or cleanliness that is there in surrounding area also? No. Whatever rubbish is there, we throw away on streets. Whatever useless things we don't require, we litter it here and there. Will we be able to keep our society clean in this way? Narayan Murthy is worried about this thing only. And therefore, he has given you this passage, and which is very thought provoking. See what we must learn from the West.